Ahoy! Welcome into the Junk Drawer podcast, part of the Korked podcast network. It's the first day of the month, which means every lame person who isn't good at starting up conversations will ask, can you believe how fast this year is flying by? So with that said, can you believe how fast this year is flying by? Today is June 1st, 2021. What is up, junkies? I'm Austin. That's AD. What's up, AD?
Austin, it's just hard to believe that, a year ago we were in June 1st, and like here we are 1 year later, June 1st. It's just like, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Isn't it crazy? Can you believe how fast this year is flying by?
So crazy.
Oh, man.
I think it's going slow, actually.
That voice right there is Jeff, sales guy Jeff. Jeff, how are you, man?
What's up, guys? Good to see you again. Happy to be back.
Thanks
for joining us again. Yeah.
Hey, this is your cue to subscribe, rate, review. We wouldn't legally, by law, we have to say that atop of every podcast. Hey, if you want to chime in and comment along, kind of like the Cineboys did just now,
they're on top of their shit.
So confused.
What's up,
boys? Yesterday was a holiday, so we are recording on a Tuesday. I know it's throwing everyone's schedule off, but we figured everyone's coming back to work today and being like, much like they're saying, man, can you believe how fast this year is flying by? They're also saying, man, today feels like a Monday. So thus we decided to do the podcast this week on a Monday. But like the Cineboys, if you want to comment along, you can do so, and we interact with us during the podcast. And unless, of course, you were listening to this via podcast, then it's too
might
late.
Be a little hard, at that point. But
I don't know if we'll get it in time. But yeah, before we get it, we got good back ugly. We've got a Frank fact. Hopefully this week's Frank fact won't have to be checked like it was last week.
Is that not a weekly thing now? I thought we were calling Frank weekly now.
Just weekly? Do you think we should?
I like it. Let's just let it be a crapshoot too. Like I would love it for him to be like, Huff, like I can't right now. I'm at the grocery store. And we'll be like, no, Frank.
Yeah,
Frank.
Catch him in the middle of something.
No, Frank. I'm pretty sure
Frank.
The Frank fact takes precedent over your grocery sales run. Okay, it's the damn Frank fact.
Of course.
No. Okay. So yeah, I don't think we plan on calling. But one thing we do plan on doing is Jeff, name a woman.
Oh shoot.
Glad he didn't go to me first.
Wow, Jeff, this is already taking too long.
Dora the Explorer.
Jeff, stop.
At least he's consistent. He's naming characters at least.
Jeff, there are 4 billion women on planet Earth, and you couldn't name one.
Well,
that's just the women that are alive. There are 4 billion alive right now.
That's not fair because we're limited to only naming people who would be recognizable. I couldn't just name anybody.
You could say Joan of Arc. You literally could have said my mom. You could have said my mom.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna keep that one for future episodes.
So Dora the Explorer.
The Explorer. That's not even that's a cartoon character.
I feel like your kid just watched an episode, and
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I literally just walked out of
fresh
an
on
episode.
the mind. Jeff's like, I'm only on season 4. Please, no spoilers. AD, quick, name a woman.
Aretha Franklin.
Okay, that works.
I was ready. That
was a lot better.
I was prepared. Maybe I used it before.
When AD preps for the podcast, he writes down a list of women just in case he's asked. You never know. Hey, it's time for Good Back Ugly, where we share a good of the week, a back of the week, and an ugly of the week. AD, let's go around. Kind of like we've been doing the last couple of weeks, where we each share a good, and then we'll go back, then we'll go ugly. AD, why don't you hit us with your good?
All right, I'm going to share my screen here to start us off.
Oh, yeah. I love a good screen share right off the bat.
Okay, so can you wait, let me add it to the stream here. Okay, so do you remember back in the news, this is probably like a year or so ago, maybe longer than that.
I think I know where you're going.
Amazon was under fire for their harsh working conditions in the warehouse, and people were, I believe, peeing in bottles, just really getting creative out there with their workspace. And I mean, to be honest, we've all ordered something off of Amazon probably in the past year or more with the pandemics. So can you blame them?
Last 10 minutes, I think. I had to buy an air mattress for my apartment coming up.
There you go. So some worker out there is prepping that order for you. But if they get a little stressed out,
so am I at fault here? Am I at fault for the bad working conditions at Amazon?
I think we all are. We can all take some of the blame there. But if that worker, as he's packing up that air mattress for you, if he feels a little stressed out, a little overworked, he has a great opportunity to go into one of these cubes right here. It's not a panic room. It's called a practice room, a mindful practice room. And it's just a great spot just to sit there and look at a wall, I guess. Really not much else to do in there.
They look at first of all, look at how much space they have. And they thought, let's go with the smallest phone booth possible for this thing.
Well, because any bigger, it would be taking up inventory space. So we could never do that.
I'm pretty sure that what's it called? The damn the food machine. Why can't I think of it?
Vending machine.
The vending machine. Damn,
the food machine. Yes.
Yeah, the food machine. That damn vending machine is bigger than this phone booth.
But what do you do in there? Like, are people peeing in bottles in there? Is that what's going on in there? Like, is that like
it's just a porta potty? That's all.
Is there a toilet in there? Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
So this was this like this was actually like a timing thing. Like they just announced these, and this was kind of like in the public's eye. This is the response to like, hey, our work environments are really shitty. Oh yeah, well we've just come out with this. Is that what I'm understanding? Is that the timeline?
Yeah, I guess like when they're in between pee breaks that they're not allowed to go on, they go in there and they just scream, right? They just scream to the high heavens of just.
It's soundproof too, so you can't hear anything come out of there. But there was many employees said that they didn't even feel like they had enough time to use the bathroom. So if they have enough time to go into this little like room, like does that make up for it?
Yeah, I guess if they don't have much time, is it an either or thing? Like you can either go to the bathroom or you can go into this toll booth and cry,
but not both.
Yeah, you have to make look. Every job is filled with tough decisions, and at the Amazon warehouse, it's piss or get off the pot.
Piss or be pissed on, I guess.
Yeah,
really.
Right. It's either go piss or be pissed off. That's either one. It's your decision.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on? Does that
I would say
apply here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We all agree? Jeff, we agree?
In agreement.
I think that applies here.
Okay. So this is your good of the week? Just like for Amazon employees that they finally have a place to go.
Yeah. I feel for those employees, and I'm happy that they finally, have a safe space to express themselves.
Jordan Seth says, "Is that where you drop your kids off for Amazon daycare? So efficient." Yes,
my man has a point there.
This is actually not only is a mindful practice room, it's also the daycare for if you have kids. You just drop them off here, and that way you can drop them off there on your way to aisle C16 to start inventory counting for everything. So.
Very efficient. Very efficient.
I feel it's.
Do you feel better? I feel more comfortable ordering off Amazon, knowing that these workers are being taken care of now.
Yeah,
like
it's. I'll be honest. Thing. Yeah, part of me did feel a little guilty. I felt guilty because of the stressful working conditions. But now knowing that they have a phone booth to change in if they need to. Then that's literally all it is. It's literally like no. That's a walk-in shower for a one-bedroom apartment. That's what that is.
Like people from New York are like getting PTSD looking at that, being like, literally the size of my bathroom right now.
Right. That is the walk-in shower of a like a 25-foot sailboat. Just go down in under the dock.
Honestly, those bathrooms could be bigger than that, though. I don't know.
Damn. Look, and I just appreciate Jeff Bezos giving back to some of his employees. You know, he's like, look, I've got all this wealth. I'm gonna give back, and by doing so, by recycling, and he's going green at the same time by recycling old phone booths that aren't used anymore. You know, even Superman's not using phone booths. So like now Amazon can use those and put them to practice. I freaking love it.
So how big do you think that warehouse is that this picture was taken? Like,
it's 3 cities wide.
3 cities. So
yeah.
So do you think
6 zip codes?
each warehouse that has 3 cities comprised into it just contains one of these phone booths. That's it for all their employees. Like no one, like if someone's in there, you're shit out of luck. Like you're gonna have to find somewhere else.
Right. If someone's in there, you better luck tomorrow.
Like pretty soon there's going to be a sign up sheet. Like, you know, you have to pick an hour that you're going to be in there. You know, you reserve the room.
Oh man.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn. What do you got? What's your good of the week?
I was going to try and share my screen as well.
Oh, here you go.
Is it up? Nice. So my good of the week. First off, actually, before I announce this one, some good news for the Korked Bats family. One of the T-Rev tasters, John, got married on Friday. So,
what's up?
Congratulations,
John.
Hey, shout out, John.
Shout out the T-Rev tasters. Johnny.
Yeah, John got married on Friday. It was beautiful.
Were there
does she know
raviolis at the wedding?
Oh God. No, there was not actually. I'll be honest. Yeah, there was no T-Rev. It was a barbecue. They had a COVID wedding push, so it was like a smaller ceremony. The big one's definitely going to have some T-Rev, but
that doesn't seem like a very on brand. I'll be honest.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not a good look. But
T-Rev taster gets married and there's no T-Rev at the ceremony.
I kind of put him on the spot there. I didn't mean to do that.
No, AD, you're asking the right question.
It's still,
we here at Korked Bats, we're all about being on brand.
It's still a new show. It's still a new show.
That'd be like if I got married and I didn't have a cardboard cutout of Derrick Henry as one of my groomsmen.
So my other good of the week, which actually this was released on last Monday, but we didn't touch on it, is the Eternals. The trailer came out last Monday for the 26th Marvel movie. Came out, and it's going to be the movie's going to be released November 5th. But I'm jacked up about this. Austin knows this. AD, you might not, but I'm like a huge Marvel fan.
Oh wow!
And I've gone to like almost all the movie releases in theater. I'm not usually like a big movie theater release, go to the movie, like be a part
like
of the crowd.
Midnight release guy.
No joke. I've done it for these and I've loved it. And I'm pumped up about this movie because I feel like it's the next phase of Marvel since we've seen kind of ushering of a new era with a lot of the main superheroes moving on.
So with Jeff's love for Marvel movies and all the superhero movies, and this is a question I want to open up to you guys, but also to anyone watching right now, anyone who's on the live stream, to comment along because I want your answer. Jeff is also, since he is big movie theater, like Marvel movies, like on release night guy. He is big clapping in the theater guy. When the movie happens, he claps and he cheers and he applauds.
Like when it starts or when
the movie ends, when it starts, like just throughout. Like if Captain America like smacks someone over the face with his shield and he says like a one-liner, then Jeff's like,
I feel like you're mischaracterizing me a little bit. I'd like to
maybe a little bit.
Let me add some clarification, okay?
Please do, because I'm curious.
Austin and I have debated this a lot because he hates it.
I am the most anti like clapping in movie theater guy. Like I'm trying to think of like it's probably like genocide and then clapping in movie theaters are like the 1-2 worst things you could do on planet Earth.
I have only cheered in a movie theater for these Marvel movies. That's it. And that
still counts, though. It does it not?
It counts. Yeah. But there's a big difference between just characterizing me as clapping moviegoer who's completely oblivious to its audience that is not clapping, and I'm just like
so
freaking, you know.
Are you saying that you're just like
Smurfs,
following the leader, like someone else clapped first?
The Smurfs have been out for 2 months, and I'm seeing the movie and I'm clapping in the theater. It's not like that. It's opening night. I'm there. I'm there among people who are doing the same.
Who are
thing.
Also clapping. Jeff's like, look.
Does he the first clap though? Who's the first?
Yeah, I got caught with weed in the bathroom at the school, but there were like 6 other guys in the bathroom with me smoking weed as well. So like, I'm only doing because they were doing it.
I mean, you can look up YouTube videos of the excitement around people in some of these Marvel movies. I
can, and then I could also, or I could gouge my eyes out with a fork, and I think I'd rather do the latter. So I am anti. I don't know how everyone else feels on this. I am very much anti clapping in a movie theater, whether it's night 1 or night 2 or night 365. Like I am. Well, I don't know because who are you clapping at? There's no one there to receive those accolades, like to receive that clapping. Well, there's if you're excited, sure, I get it. You're excited, but like,
I'm pretty sure that the guys that work at the movie theater pass along some of that feedback. So you're wrong there.
There's like a headline: "Crowd erupts after movie ends."
Kevin Feige, producer of Marvel. I just wanted to let you know we had some pretty good clapping last night. We were on the we hit the 3 decibels. Just so you know. Oh, good to know. Good to know.
Where does this rank with people who clap when the plane lands?
Oh gosh, they're right up. Jeff, do you do that?
No, I hate that. I despise that.
Oh, interesting.
See, I'm telling you,
it's quite the opposite that I would expect.
No, I'm not a plane clapper. That's a good call out. I understand it, so I'm not saying it's that ridiculous. But if you were into it that much, maybe you'd understand more, Austin. Titanic, you didn't clap when you were 6 years old?
I've never once clapped in a movie because I know like it's not a theater, it's not a Broadway
Maybe it's
play.
Because it's superhero. Maybe it's because it's
what do you clap at the end of the Titanic? Like that was pretty sad. Like all those people.
What am I clapping?
Maybe at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning when the title comes.
That guy hit the propeller jumping off for his life.
Oh, there wasn't enough room on that door. Oh, yeah.
Did you clap at the end of Titanic? No, and I didn't clap at the end of Schindler's List either, Jeff. Like goodness gracious.
This plays into Austin's theory, or not theory, but his platform of every movie should have outtakes, right? So it's
every movie should have outtakes. I still stand by that.
I agree. I love outtakes.
That is, if I run for president, that is the platform I'm running on. Every movie, despite the genre, should have outtakes at the end, and I will make that federal law.
I think people will poke holes in that, but I think it's a good one.
Oh, here we go. Here's Mob.
Yeah,
Mob's in. I clapped when Avatar was over because it was over. Nice, very well done. Here we go. Connor Hickox with a nice rebuttal here. But do you suppress your laughs and verbal reactions when you're in the theater?
Oh wow,
that's a fair point to the clapping.
Wow.
There's no one there to receive
that. Whoa,
that's fair. That's fair.
I picture Connor like slapping his knees like at a funny movie, like just like really, really embellishing it there.
That's a mic drop, Austin. He just got you.
I know. He really did.
Because you have a good old cackle in the movie theaters. Tough, what's your good?
My good of the week. I didn't have anywhere else to put this, so I'm going to put it in my good.
Sort of like Amazon panic rooms.
Yeah, right. Well, that actually was good.
I clapped for that.
All right, so this is I've got a list here, boys. My good of the week. So this past weekend, I was at home in St. Louis, which I guess technically my old.
I was going to say, is it still your home? Or
no, Chicago's my home now, dude. Chicago's home. I'm a local now here.
Local bean goer.
Yeah, I'm a local. I've seen the Bean. I don't know. Don't want to brag, but if you come to Chicago, you got to see the Bean. So now that I live here, I went back for the weekend while we're like right before like movers come. We were decluttering our basement. So I was getting rid of all of everything in the basement that we didn't need. And so I'm going through all this old crap, and I found some of the most ridiculous things like ever, probably.
Like, that were in your basement.
Yes. Yeah. That have to, most of which have to do with my life. Some of which are just pretty random. So I've got here my list, my top 6 things that I found in my basement over the weekend. Okay.
Oh, 6. I like that number.
Right. The first of all, honorable mention. I don't even know if I have a picture of this one. I do not. Honorable mention. I found an autograph from former Titans defensive end Kyle Vanden Bosch. Kyle Vanden Bosch autograph. How about that? Huh?
Could be worth something someday.
Chris in St. Pete said Huff found a homeless person in his basement. So that's my number 6. My number 6 is a homeless guy that I found in my basement.
He's been there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. His name was Eugene. And I was just like, hey, how long you been here? He's like 3 years. I'm like, that's crazy because that's how long I've lived in this house. Do you know anyone who lives here? He's like, no. And I was like, all right, well, cool. Just as long as you stay to yourself.
What did he think when that like pipe exploded in your basement? He probably had a hard time.
Yeah, he had a little bit a difficult time. Yeah, because we did have that sewage backup.
Or sewage, that's what it was.
Yeah, there was the backup. Yeah, you remember that we talked about, I don't know, a few episodes ago. All right, so number 6 on my list. Number 6. The note sales guy Jeff wrote me on the day of his wedding. How about that? Yeah, it's nice. I was in his wedding and he wrote me a note on the day. It's very, very kind.
Are you going to read the note or?
No, I'm not going to read the note.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right.
Please don't. My feelings have changed.
Yeah, guys, Jeff's not that good of a writer. Okay, that's one of the reasons why it's only my number 6 thing. Number 5, a poem I wrote about cicadas in the 5th grade.
Okay, that is topical because cicadas are back this year.
They're back, and that very well could have been
this year.
That could have been my back of the week. We're cicadas.
Boy.
Yeah. I wrote a
full
poem.
Circle, Austin.
We
That's
learned about them in
circle.
5th grade, and we had to write poems about them. I wrote a poem about it. Don't ask me why I saved it. I don't know why I saved it, but
for this very moment. What do you mean? This for this moment right now.
To talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
What? 25 years later, whatever. Number, what are we on? 4? A letter I got from my girlfriend in high school after I failed to make the high school baseball team.
I'm amazed.
I made
like, you saved this?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mayor didn't see this when I was going through it.
You got rid of the evidence real quick, ripped it up.
Yeah. I surprisingly, I had a lot of notes saved from girls in high school and in college. It was wild. It was. Yeah, I made the first cut. I did not make the second cut, and I was really down about it. So she wrote a note trying to cheer me up, and it did not work in the least bit. So here's a little bit of show and tell for you guys. Number 3 on my list is oh damn it. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna try.
Oh, you can't share the file or something.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, we'll see if this works. What? Okay, hang on. Oh, this is so awkward. This is such bad radio.
Oh.
Well, move to number 2 if you could.
Well, that also involves sharing my screen.
No, okay, no.
Well,
Maybe
I'll just say I'll add a comment while you're fiddling around. I'm impressed because we were on the phone while you were going through some of this stuff. I am impressed. AD, you might be able to relate here. I feel like both my brothers are now married, and I've been married for 7 years, and like I've gone through probably 2 or 3 times where my wife has gone through all my stuff, like college stuff that I was keeping, high school stuff, whether it was like notes from girls or just like t-shirts that like I hadn't put on in 5 years. And like we've gotten rid of just like endless amounts of shit. And then so like when we were going through some of this stuff, I was like, holy cow, you're good for you for keeping all that stuff, man. I couldn't hang on to that stuff. My wife's cleaned out my closet so many times I can't even hang on to stuff anymore.
Well, yeah, that is amazing. And I'm just picturing like a huge like box of stuff that Austin had down there. It's like it says on it like "Don't touch," like Austin stuff.
I legitimately
like,
had a box. I had a box called Man Cave stuff.
And that's where all this was.
Yeah, and Meyer gets so mad because she's like, "You're never going to
have a man cave."
Oh, damn it. Okay, I have to quit the freaking. All right. Okay. All right. Look, I'll try and I'm going to pull it up here on my phone because I got it right here. All right. This this is so dumb. This CD we're on number 3. This CD, Mary. Hold on here. Let me make my
Mary Schneider.
Yeah. Mary Schneider, Yodeling the Classics, Volume 2. She's got Mozart, Strauss, Rossini, and Rubinstein. Now, tell me you don't want to give that thing a listen right now. Do you?
What you gotta? What's the context here? Why did you keep this? Why did you buy it?
Why did I keep it? How did I even get this thing? I have no idea. It's Mary Schneider, Yodeling the Classics, and it's Volume 2. Meaning Mary Schneider is good enough to have two albums.
Well, and if those are classics, then what were the Volume 1 classics? Because those are some classics there.
Oh my gosh. Kristen St. Pete says, "I wonder why you only got a few letters from ladies in high school." enough to save them all. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is a record. I wrote this down on an old bank slip. Okay. It was the gas record for the number of gallons that I could fit into my car's gas tank. And I wrote it down, the number, I dated it, and the cost of the gas. New gas record. I got 20.121 gallons into my on January 30th, 2009. And
wow, that is cheap. That's
and I wrote it down on this bank slip and felt the need to save it because that's how important it was.
It was monumental. I could, I remember you talking about it all the time. That first time you got gas, it was a big deal.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you're muted right now.
I was saying you remind me of my grandma a little bit.
Yeah, well, oh yeah, does your grandma constantly save her gas record? Like, and I was like, so the sad thing about this was I was so proud of that. Like, I was so proud that I was able to fit 20 gallons because normally my car only fits 16 gallons. So the fact that I was so empty on my gas tank that I got it up to 20, I got it up to 20 gallons was something. And then this is my number one thing. My number one thing was from spring break, senior year of high school, a putt-putt scorecard that I didn't even win. I didn't even win. I came in second. And I felt the need to save this thing. It was between.
Who did you go with?
Me. I think many of us know Jeff Venable, good friend of the website. Garrett Walker, who was like my best friend in high school, and then my sister and her best friend. So it's not even that. It's not even like we went with anyone cool, like anyone special. It was literally just like the 5 of us. We went.
Did you get a hole in
it.
one? Did you get a hole in one or something? Is that like?
No,
I did get 2 hole in ones. I did get 2 hole in ones.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
I mean, you're not bragging. You're not bragging, but
I tied Marie. Marie also had 2 hole in ones, so it's not like I was doing anything special that day.
All right, before we move on, I've got a clip from Mary Schneider yodeling over.
Oh, stop!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, here we go.
I just want to hear a second of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic.
She's not yodeling this, is she?
Wow.
All right, everybody picture Austin in high school here.
This must be. This is from Volume 1.
I mean,
She's wearing the same dress. Now it's from Volume 2. It's from Volume 2. This is off the record. Oh my god!
Wow.
let's just see if it gets crunk a little bit.
Yeah, I was worried if we were going to get hit with copyright violations, but I don't think this is even copyrighted. This movie.
Oh wow!
I feel like I'm watching Looney Tunes or something. Like,
All right, I'd say that's enough of that.
wow.
Jeff, hey, well done with finding that clip. My gosh,
I just like to you in like high school Austin do more that I can, and it's always a treat.
Mary Schneider yodeling the classics. Shout out. And then and my other honorable mention, my last honorable mention was this picture of Frank and I in high school wearing pantyhose on our face. Frank Ford, notable from the Frank Fact, as heard every week on this podcast.
Yeah, that's Frank.
That is me and Frank. This was,
awesome.
I think, right before we went and TP'd someone's house. We just a shot of us with pantyhose on our face. So, needless to say, I found a lot of crap in my basement this week. Let me. No, that's
he's still trying to pull it up.
I'm trying to. Yeah. All right. So that's. Oh wait. Hang on. I've got. If I can find here. Here we go. Last thing. This is another honorable mention. Down here, going through some stuff, decluttering the basement before the big move, and I know what you're thinking. Something looks different about you, Austin. Oh, is it the badass Letterman jacket? Oh, what's up? What's up? I peaked in high school. I didn't date much. I also found my Letterman jacket.
Oh cool. My gosh!
Did you guys have mine? You guys had Letterman jackets, right? Both of you played football. Both of you were. Or well, no, AD, you were running back. Jeff, you were a defensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys have Letterman jackets?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think anyone in my school did.
No,
it was like considered like not cool to get it.
Really?
Like
oh my gosh! Wow.
Kind of like a class ring.
All right, if anyone from AD's high school is watching and or listening, we're just joking. I don't have it.
Yeah. No, yeah, we would never do that around here on the junk drawer.
It was an old school thing to bring back though. Like I was one of like maybe 2 people to have one. Maybe like one of like 3 or 4 people actually to have one, because like it just was like that was something my dad had. Right.
They were definitely like phasing out. I feel like with like my graduating class, but I had. If you would zoom out, you would see the patch state champs 2002 and
but we're not bragging.
Region
we don't brag.
Sorry, I was just trying to be as descriptive as possible for the listeners.
Oh, just like what it looked like to get a better visual
anyone
for the
listening
podcast.
To the podcast. I wanted to share.
We couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
Right, you can't see it in the video, so like it's like it was state champs. It said right here, state champs 2002, and then
I guarantee that was one of the things that Austin did not get rid of. And
no, I did not.
Yodel,
yeah, right.
Yodel album. That's definitely not.
I folded it nicely and put it in one of the boxes. In one of the boxes, aptly labeled Austin's Man Cave stuff.
Like, what is this box right here?
All right. Well, that was that. I didn't have anywhere else to put that, but I wanted to share that with you guys. So,
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
What's our back of the week? AD, what do you got for your back of the week?
I did just have one other good of the week, and it was Ben Roethlisberger saying it was my idea to take a pay cut, which I don't think it was his idea, but
no, definitely
it's just, but just wanted to share that. My back of the week. This is exciting. I know, Austin, you are a member. I don't know about you, Jeff. I'm assuming you are. Costco says free samples are coming back.
Oh, let's go.
So it's It's a big day. I joined Costco, got a membership the week after the pandemic started. So
perfect timing. Perfect timing.
I never experienced, free samples in the store, so I'm very excited about this.
Okay, let me ask you this: is that the best time or the worst time to join Costco? Because worst time in the sense of free samples, and free samples is 90% of why you get a Costco membership.
Yeah, but it was a tough year. It was a tough year.
But were you smart? Were you on the precipice of something? Because right when the pandemic hits, that's when you need to buy in bulk. That's when you need to stock up your Y2K shelves.
And that's when the toilet paper, the paper towel shortage,
right? So maybe that like you sacrificed free samples for like a good time to sign up for Costco.
For a good time. And you know what, honestly, we probably bought things, so much in bulk that we probably still have them today that we just haven't used, that we bought so much that just unnecessary buying, but I'm excited for it. I think
that is good. That's another sign of the pandemic being lifted is free samples coming back.
Free samples, baby.
Let's go.
I was always a big fan. I had a Sam's Club membership for a little bit there. They had pretzels that were just unbelievable. Like a butter. It was like better than what is it? Annie Ann's.
Annie Ann's. Yeah.
Oh, the better at Sam's Club.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah, I know. But I loved those, so that is good to hear. Free samples.
So Jeff, you're a Sam's Club guy?
I don't anymore. Stan Kroenke,
Oh,
you're over the wholesale membership, club membership.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why.
Was there a reason, or you just said I'm not doing it this year?
I just wasn't buying as much in bulk for whatever reason. I started having kids, and I found that I wasn't buying as much in bulk, which sounds like the opposite. But
I would think it'd be the opposite. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Jeff's also a clapping in movies guy. Did we go?
Yeah.
Just to remind you, yeah.
Just in case anyone forgot, sales guy Jeff loves to clap in movies. He's a big loved the movie screen.
Great scene.
Yeah. Hey, Jan, in case anyone from the movie I just watched is hiding behind the screen, I loved it. Encore.
They come out and take a bow. Yeah. Austin, have you located the closest Costco? Are you a Costco member? I thought you were.
I was, and then.
Oh, you guys both?
We stopped.
Canceled your membership.
Yeah, it was. I was in California, and then in St. Louis, we were not. There were not many close Costco's. But yeah, I'm gonna look that up right now. Jeff, what's your back of the week?
Yeah, I was sharing. Are you controlling the shared screen, Huff?
Maybe.
That's all right. I just wanted to make sure. It's okay.
Oh, what is up?
Did you guys bring this up?
Shit.
I'm curious already.
No.
Okay.
No. Go right ahead.
This actually the Mighty Ducks Game Changers on Disney Plus has actually just concluded. It was a 9 or a 10 episode series. I don't know if anybody watched it. I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was a big Mighty Ducks fan growing up. Hockey was like big in my family, and the Mighty Ducks were huge for me and my brothers. And this series, it was pretty funny. Like I honestly, you go into it a little bit skeptical. It feels like it's like a Disney, like one of their original channel movie productions where it's like shitty acting, like really kind
low
of
budget.
Yeah, and it feels like that at times. But then there are moments where it pulls you in. Like Gordon Bombay actually is the shining star of the show. Like he's really good. I would say the script is pretty shitty, but he's good. It's like funny. He's like this washed up like rink owner. And there's this team that they end up calling themselves the Don't Bothers, and they become the team that comes out of it and
rival
ends up winning.
Yeah, basically the district, District 6 or whatever that.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. So on a scale of 1 to clapping at the end, what would you rate?
He's clapping. I mean, that's a glaring recommendation right there.
There was one episode where like I almost had chills throughout the whole episode and was close to sitting at home.
Was that the reunion? Because you did tell me, you said the show in and of itself, it's okay, but then you said the reunion episode where all the Ducks come back is like incredible.
It was great. It was great to see a lot of them. Yeah, a scale of did you say 1 to
clapping at the end?
Clapping.
I'd give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah. 7.
Right. When you first pulled this up,
we'll assume that clapping at the end is a 10. So I'd say a 7.
Okay.
So when you first pulled this up, I actually thought it was a movie. So this is actually a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney Plus, right?
Disney Plus. Yep. It's a 10 episode series.
I saw Kenan Thompson's going to make an appearance in season 2.
Oh, there's already a season 2 coming.
Yeah. It was good enough. It was good enough for a season 2. I'd say that.
Okay.
Does Emilio Estevez still look like Ellen DeGeneres?
Yes.
There was a point where Emilio Estevez looked more like Ellen DeGeneres than Ellen DeGeneres looked like Ellen DeGeneres. All right. Well, good. That's I'm glad that all right. I'm glad that we honestly we keep Jeff around because he's sales guy Jeff. He's head of all of our sales and partnerships, but he's also we keep him around also because he's he also tastes our T-Ravs for us, T-Rav tasters. Check it out.
Yes, he does.
But then we also keep him around because he watches all of the Disney stuff for us, so we don't have to. And then unless it's good, and then we'll go and watch it. Which, Jeff, have you seen Cruella yet?
No, but I've been really. It was only because John had his wedding this week, and I would have already seen it.
Or else you would have been in the theaters watching.
I'm surprised you didn't like sneak off into a bathroom during the wedding.
I've heard good reviews about it. So I am really excited to see it.
Okay. My back of the week. I've got a couple here. Hockey sadness.
Yeah.
And look, I wouldn't look, and we've been dogging Jeff a little bit today for clapping in movies and stuff, rightfully so in my opinion. But this is his time for him now to gloat on us because, and this isn't a joke. Last week on the podcast, he wore a pretty badass blues
Hawaiian shirt,
and it was dope. I actually love that shirt.
Thank you.
We clowned him hard because he was talking about the Blues losing and they got swept. And he was like, well, it's because they're injured. And, he was giving us, all the excuses. And so right. Aiden and I started clowning him because it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's of course. That's the only reason you guys got swept.
Every excuse under the sun. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All comes full circle, boys.
I wish we got swept.
I would not. Yeah, I would not be. Since making fun of Jeff on this podcast for his team getting swept, both the Penguins and Predators combined to get swept. They went
to lose a series.
4 in their damn series to lose. And it was like AD and I were texting. Jeff, AD and I were texting on the side. We're like. Because the Penguins lost, and then like right after the Preds lost, like to be
the day after, yeah.
And we were like, AD and I were like, yeah, we deserve this. Like we deserve
karma police
teams for clowning Jeff so hard. Then our team to not just get eliminated, not win a game after clowning Jeff. That was rough.
Because I think both series were 2-2 or it was 2-1 whenever we were recording.
Yeah,
they tied it up 2-2, I believe.
Yes, it was. The Preds were 2-2, and I think the Penguins also were 2-2, or maybe
2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, because that game 5 was that night. It was
right.
Night. Yeah, so
and they lost. Yeah, it was brutal. My other back of the week, Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien.
Alabama.
He may not be back in. Well, yeah, I guess he is coaching in Alabama, but as it comes to like an actual coaching role or general manager role, he is not back. But the spirit of Bill O'Brien lives on. And that is because the Texans signed Rex Burkhead today, making their running back list. Rex Burkhead, Philip Lindsay, David Johnson, and Mark Ingram, which is like a great running back room if this was, 2017. And this also goes on top of who they already signed this year, which was Tyrod Taylor. Look, you can't get Deshaun Watson. Better get the next best thing.
Deshaun Watson, like light version, diet Deshaun Watson, maybe.
Or I guess no. Sorry, his name is Tyrod Taylor. I remember Tyrod. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor, who I think still has a syringe stabbed in his lung from when he got that shot from his team doctor.
I remember that.
Yeah,
punctured his lung. They also got Dante Moncrief, which is a good
former
signing.
Steeler.
Not a bad signing.
No, it's not a good signing.
Well, and it's not a bad signing if they still had DeAndre Hopkins or Kenny Stills or Will Fuller, but they do not.
Yeah.
All they have is Dante Moncrief and Brandon Cooks. So
I don't think Dante Moncrief caught a pass for the Steelers. Like they released him. Like he was that bad. Like he was dropping passes.
All I'm saying is the spirit of Bill O'Brien is alive and well down in Houston. Like, I like that. His chin dimple is a black hole, and what I always say: what do black holes do? They suck.
They suck.
And the Houston Texans have been sucking, thanks to that chin dimple. So so that is my back of the week. Bill O'Brien, welcome back, my man. What AD? What do you got for your ugly of the week?
So this one kind of hits home for me. Growing up, I was a big SpongeBob SquarePants fan.
Oh.
And just, I watched it hours on end. I've probably seen every episode up to a certain point. Started getting a little too old, for some of the newer episodes, but still always good. But Nickelodeon just announced that Patrick Starr is getting his own show.
A spinoff.
And I'm just like, they got to stop doing this. Like, this is like,
agree.
We've seen every major company, Disney, HBO, even now Nickelodeon, but they just like recycle. It's always they can't come up with something new. Like,
right?
Why Patrick Starr? Like, you're almost like ruining. I guess it's kind of similar to what Family Guy did with Cleveland, the Cleveland show, and American Dad, I think too. But it's just, I just don't understand it. Like it,
not since like Frasier from Cheers has the spinoff show worked. I'm pretty sure. Like
yes,
even Joey from Friends got his own spinoff, and that didn't.
Friends.
He actually did get.
Yeah, he did. Wait, I don't know if it was. Oh, it was called Joey. You're right. It was called Joey.
And he didn't.
Literally called Joey.
Yeah. And then there was another spinoff from Cheers too, wasn't there? Way back in the day.
Oh, yeah, there was.
It's just spinoffs very rare. Like there's a lot more risk than there is reward with spinoffs.
To duplicate a good show like that.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't have high hopes. I saw that headline. I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. I won't tune in because I was a big fan of SpongeBob too.
Right.
But like even so, Mighty Ducks. Like I bring it up. It was classic.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
It was good nostalgia, but I gave it a 7. That's not something you're going to be lining up. Like you guys probably aren't going to be hopping off this podcast to go watch it. Like maybe
right.
you tune in, but like it's really hard to redo greatness. Again, that's why Marvel is so unique because of how they've been able to replicate greatness over and over and over across 26 films.
I didn't want to say this earlier, but I'm just not a fan of Marvel. Maybe I'm in the minority here. But I haven't seen any of the new. I haven't seen any of the new ones, so I don't know. I don't
like any of the new ones, like as in the last 26 films over the last 11 years.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, unless you count like what's included in that universe, like
Iron Man. It started with Iron Man.
I mean, maybe I've seen
Brendan
that one.
Fraser breaking news. Brendan Fraser breaking news. AD hates.
That's rough.
Marvel. Oh my god!
And I think it's more so like it's not the superhero thing because I like the Batman series. Like I like the Dark Knight.
Oh, that's great.
But that's not Marvel though, is it?
No, that's
DC.
That's DC. Yeah. So
DC
maybe I'm just
with their movies outside of those Batman.
Outside of those ones. I just watched on Amazon actually that I thought was pretty good. That's sort of superhero like The Boys.
Oh, that's great. The Boys.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's awesome. I love that series.
I would recommend watching that because that takes superheroes to a different level. I think they make them more like human. Yeah.
And that's why I think one of the reasons why the Batman, the Christopher Nolan Batman series was so
more
good.
Realistic. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that's your ugly. Jeff, what do you got for your ugly?
Yeah. Sharing my screen again. I believe in visuals. I'm a big believer of visuals.
I thought he was going to say,
that I don't like Marvel movies.
Like AD. It's a picture of AD. I said the NBA with fans being unruly at the games. I think that's really ugly for the sport. I think it's ugly for sports in general. I've always, so if you didn't know, at the Boston Celtics game, there was a fan that chucked a water bottle at Kyrie's head as they were walking off at the.
People say that. Are we sure he wasn't just playing the bottle flip game?
Good point.
We don't know. We don't know. It demand like nobody. I've been listening to a lot of sports talk and a lot of podcasts this morning. I haven't heard anyone bring that up.
It's an interesting theory. It hasn't been brought up yet, probably for good reason.
So. Was this after that Kyrie stomped on the Celtics logo?
It was after that. Game? Yes, it was after that.
I mean, I might do the same thing. I don't
know. Russell Westbrook also had popcorn dumped on him after they were walking off the court. Trae Young at the New York game.
Popcorn's kind of funny though.
Popcorn is funny. Popcorn one doesn't get. I don't get mad at the popcorn one. The bottle, sure.
And then Trae Young was spit on at the New York Knicks.
Yes, Trae Young.
Okay, that's too much.
Nasty.
But the Westbrook thing, someone paid $7 for that popcorn, and then they dumped it on you. That's kind of like
if that's the case, then the Harlem Globetrotters need to be suspended right away. You know, that's a total Globetrotter move.
I'm tired of I don't like stuff like that because I'm like popcorn. Even if a water bottle, it hits you, I think about the pain that actually inflicts. Maybe coming from a couple stories up, you could feel it a little bit, but in reality, it doesn't do much. But when you're in the game and when you're in the zone and when you're in those moments, that stuff, think about it when you were in the heat of battle, when you were playing a game, and if something took you out of it, you'd be pissed off, ready to fight. And so it
run our test.
Man. If I'm in the heat of battle and I get hit with some Orville Redenbacher, I'm going to be friggin' livid. You better believe it. I'll say, hey, that corn ain't the only thing that's about to be popped. Am I right? Let's go.
Oh!
Let's go.
No.
Hey.
But anyways,
almost free. Almost free.
I'm a believer. I like the way that they do it in the tournaments for NCAA and the NCAA tournament where the floors in the Final Four, where the floors are raised. And it's a good distance away from the audience, and I think that should be enacted for the NBA. But
that's a good point.
ADR boy is back. Dylan Taylor, 43.
Oh, with the comments,
Dylan Taylor. This is 3 weeks in a row for our guy.
He's just killing.
Great
it.
commenter.
He's funny, man. He's always funny.
Great commenter. Dylan Taylor, 43, says a flat Earth is an absolute dream scenario for bottle flips. Figured Kyrie would be happy, to be honest. Kyrie Irving, flat Earth truther. And bottle. Maybe that's what. And look, again, I'm not taking the fan side in this. Throwing things at players is awful. It's it's terrible. All right.
Yeah.
With that said, what if the guy was flipping the bottle just to prove to Kyrie that the Earth isn't flat?
Oh, he's making a statement.
It's just hey, look, if the Earth is flat, this would land straight up, and it probably didn't.
On the way out, he was like, "See, I told you so."
Yeah, did Kyrie even think about that? Did Kyrie, when that bottle almost hit him, did he see it on the ground and be like, "Oh, damn, that's not sitting straight"? Oh my gosh! And his whole world, his worldview is just his flat world's view is expanded.
You're stretching.
If you're, I'm just going to throw this one out here too. If you're Kevin Garnett, because he was wearing a Kevin Garnett jersey, being escorted out. You have to have a sour taste in your mouth from what Kyrie did to the Celtics because it was pretty.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty. He like played them like a fiddle almost. Like, so would you, if you're Kevin Garnett, like, I feel like most of your loyalties lay with the Celtics, as a player, as compared to like the Timberwolves with him.
Sure. Right.
Would you like, try to help pay for this guy's legal fees, or like, would you like try to help him out a little bit, or like, he's like, he's wearing your jersey, right? Like,
he is wearing his jersey. He was wearing his jersey. I don't know. I'm trying to
just
think.
Something to think about. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, would I ever see myself getting arrested? And if so, should I throw on a KG jersey? If that's the case,
yeah.
If that's because if that's the case, like if he's going to do that, then I feel like anyone getting arrested, anyone who plans on doing something crazy at a game, just throw on a KG jersey. Did you see that guy last night try to run onto the court?
Yeah, he touched backboard.
He got backboard. He got backboard.
Yeah.
It was pretty dope. Look. Yeah, it's not right to run on the court during a game, but the dude got backboard, and I think that needs to be acknowledged. Nobody's talking about, like, SportsCenter said, a fan attempted. Yeah, SportsCenter. Yeah, they tweeted a fan attempted to run onto the court during tonight's Wizards Sixers game. First of all, he did not attempt. He accomplished. He accomplished getting on that court, and he accomplished getting backboard on an NBA backboard. That's dope as hell. Like, if I did that, I don't care if I get arrested and get banned. You have bragging rights for life. Oh, you can't go to another Wizards game?
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, what are you going to Oh, that means you're going to miss 3 playoff games a year? Like, get out of here.
Nice.
Like, give me touching backboard on a rim all day, every day.
The best part is that he touched the backboard and then just like stood there and like waited to be tackled.
He did,
like,
and then he got leveled.
He was like,
he did what he came to do.
I've done it.
That's what
I don't need anything else.
He really didn't. He really did not try to do anything else after touching backboard. He's like, it was almost like he had a bet with his friends, and he's like, "Hey, you guys don't think dude, I swear I could get backboard. Dude, I did it all the time in high school." And they're like, "Oh yeah, Ronnie, go prove it." And he's like, "Okay." And then he sprints down, bam. And then sure enough, he's arrested. But shout out to Ronnie for getting backboard.
Yeah, Huff, what's your ugly?
My ugly of the week is all right. I'm going nope, not that again. Sorry. I'm going share screen again. And
Jim will show the Letterman video.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you mean this whole thing? Oh, you mean when we won state in high school? Not to brag. Where is it? Oh, Chrome tab. Here we go. So my ugly is Urban Meyer, and mainly for his extremely bad acting. So AEW wrestling they do all of their matches, I guess, at the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium because, why not? I guess
they need to fill those seats somehow,
Yeah, right. Like fans of jean shorts, like that. I feel like that is the headquarters of jean shorts, and I feel like most wrestlers wear jorts. So, this is Urban Meyer made a cameo. So last night, I don't know if you can see this or not.
There he is in the background.
The wrestling spilled into Urban Meyer's office, well, quote unquote office, because clearly that. First of all, throwing the football.
Who reacts like that?
And then Urban Meyer hands him a laptop, and he.
Well, I've got something to say about that. It's not his laptop. That's an HP.
No,
Urban
that's
Meyer,
probably that's
he's
probably
not using an HP.
That's probably one of the laptops that Cam Newton stole from Florida.
Nice.
That is
nice callback.
That is yeah. So what a weird. First of all, what a weird thing. And look, and you could say like, oh, Urban Meyer is such a terrible actor. Which I mean, you're not wrong.
Take this.
But in terms, first of all, who is this? This coach looks very familiar.
Is it Hugh?
Is it Hugh Jackson?
It looks like Hugh Jackson.
It does look like Hugh Jackson, does it not? That's what I thought it was.
No, that's not him.
Oh no, you know what that looks like? You know what that looks like? Strong, who used to coach Louisville.
Charlie Strong.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Strong. That would make sense. That would make sense that they're working together. AD, look up if Charlie Strong worked at works for Jacksonville now. But okay, so you could say like, okay, yeah, that's Urban Meyer, and he's got terrible.
Yeah, that's him. That is actually him.
Nice.
Oh, wow, good on us.
Nice
Look,
pull. Nice
the
pull.
I team is hard at work here. You could say that Urban Meyer's bad at acting, but look, I say that was probably some of the best Urban Meyer acting we've seen since he stepped down at Florida for health reasons. Like that was to me like that was Daniel Day-Lewis level performance from Urban Meyer on that day of just like,
yeah, it was like 2 months later that I
have heart issues and I want to spend more time with my family. And then yeah, literally like a month later, he gets a job with ESPN where he's touring the country talking to his coach. It's like, oh yeah, great family time there, Herb. So that is my one, and then I've got one more ugly. And guys, this is even more disgusting than the last thing. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. So this has been like a trend on TikTok lately, but people have been like sharing like ingredient videos on TikTok.
I think that's been trending for a while.
Yes, and it has. But lately they've been doing it where they just put the ingredients straight up on their counter.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Why? Why are we doing this? Like normally, like I'm an open mind. I like to think like, okay, this could be a good thing. I see this like, oh, that's kind of cool. Why are we putting it straight on the counter? That is filthy.
What's the point? Like, so is it like, self-serve? Like you like?
Yeah, it's like hosting parties. Well, here's where it gets really messed up.
Jelly, peanut butter jelly. Yeah, the pickles.
Everything tasted good until the pickle. Everything was like, okay, I could swipe my hand through there and it would taste good, but pickle juice, no.
Yeah, wow, look at that. I'm like pissed off. Like. That and that's the thing that really, really bugs me is that peanut butter, chocolate, jelly. I could get down with that. Bananas, sure. But then you throw in freaking pickles?
I mean, maybe we should try it. Maybe we shouldn't knock it before we try it.
Look, okay, yes, maybe we should try it. AD, you should try it.
I would try it. I think I would try it.
Okay, but if you do it,
I wouldn't spread it all over my table though. Like
okay,
that.
That's what I was going to ask.
That's where you lost
me. It. Don't put it on your counter. Just don't put it straight on your counter. Like in this year of COVID, this is the biggest thing we got out of it. In a year of staying at home, we thought, where germs are so prevalent and where we're so proactive about washing our hands, everything we do. Someone was like, "Yeah, now seems like a good time to put all the ingredients on my counter." Like that, like this should be the year that we're like anti putting anything on the counter. We should almost like double up with 2 plates just to get it that much further away from the counter.
So is there sound to this? Is he like say like, I want this strip right here?
Yeah, there's some dude on the camera. Like, what are you doing? It's like, it's the same with every video. What are you doing? That's the counter. Like really bad acting. And then he's like, oh, this actually looks good. Oh, yeah. Oh, could you make me a piece? He's just commentating the thing, and it's so dumb. And meanwhile, this girl's like literally, quote unquote, cooking with the utmost confidence. It's just stuff like this pisses me off because
sprinkles. What's the last thing she's putting on there?
She can literally do this without putting it all, smearing it all over the counter, and you're literally just making more of a mess for yourself. There was no reason to put that peanut butter on the counter, and
made a sandwich. Yeah.
Which it brings me to I'm looking this up. Last thing, last point on this. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I hope I can find it. The way Ohio packages.
Yeah.
You said something like, "What's next? Hamburgers in jars or something?"
Yeah. What are they doing here? What's Ohio doing?
I don't know. They must have a shortage or something because that's disgusting.
Well, so Jeff, I'm actually glad you're on the podcast because you are a St. Louisan, and we all know. Look, St. Louis has its own unique foods, but more so, St. Louis made waves about a year ago for the way they slice bagels.
Sure.
So, do you have any explanation as to the way they Ohio does with their peanut butter.
They cut them like this, like
vertical. To defend the bagel slicing again, that there's actually a different texture and consistency when you're biting into a bagel with the slices, and also how you can control your cream cheese distribution. So there's actual logic to that. This doesn't make sense. This one doesn't make sense.
You could defend that all day. I don't know.
Like Ohio's trying to take that first step out of that, what that girl did in the last video, and just put the peanut butter, smear it on a slab, like already for you.
The trend. They're from
Ohio.
Yeah, someone in Ohio saw a TikTok and was like, "I've got an idea. Let's package peanut butter in a different way."
Say no more. I've been sitting on this idea for years.
Going back to our Urban Meyer acting, Dylan Taylor 43 says, "Speaking of Tim Tebow and WWE, I know of another Christian that had success against Jericho." Ha! There we go. Hey, AD. This is the second time now we've done it. That one's free.
That one's free. Yeah.
Free.
Dylan Taylor, just every week it seems.
That one's free. Dylan Taylor coming in strong. Appreciate you, Dylan. All right. So now it is time for. Let me get this out of here. Now it is time for the Frank fact.
The Frank fact that I will never fact check again. Taking everything
we're going to do it every time now.
So on this week's Frank fact, I don't think we're going to need to call him for this one. This is actually a cool one. This is a sports one. It's very rarely do we get a sports related Frank fact, but this week is a good one. The Frank fact this week in here we go. Yep, there we go. Jordan Seth makes it easier to spread on the table with the Ohio peanut butter. There
sounds like Jordan. It sounds like Jordan has done this trend already.
He might have. Maybe Jordan is Ohio,
actually. Yeah.
We don't know. Jordan could be a famous TikToker of where he just spreads all his ingredients on the counter. The Frank fact this week, in 2004, Adam Dunn. Oh man, rest in peace. He's not dead. No, he's not dead. I just hope he sleeps well tonight because I love that guy. Adam Dunn hit a 535-foot home run at Great American Ballpark. It bounced another 200 feet before resting on a piece of driftwood on the bank of the Ohio River.
Hell yeah.
The Kentucky state line is the riverbank. So Adam Dunn is the only player in MLB history to hit a home run into another state.
Wow. Hey, if that ball kept going down the Ohio, he could end up in the Gulf of Mexico, down the Mississippi.
Oh, damn. And that's an intercontinental home run, right? Or an international home run.
Hit one out of the country.
Wow.
Jeez. That's
Do
amazing.
we know? I wonder if anyone kept tabs on that piece of driftwood.
Yeah, did they at that point? I would just leave it there. Let's just see where it goes.
Right? Yeah. This is technically, and statisticians can't go home until we figured out how far that home run was hit.
Wow.
You know, the AWS Statcast on that thing.
Maybe since it happened in 2004, maybe they're still measuring it. It could be halfway around the world for all we know.
You guys are silly.
There it is. We are silly. All right. Hey, first of all, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching. If you're listening on the podcast, please subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We appreciate it. We're trying to grow our YouTube. So if you're not already, go to korked.com/YouTube and add it. Dylan Taylor says another bomb sent across the ocean, SMH. There it is. Man, I love going out on a good Dylan Taylor bomb.
3 for 3 today, Dylan. Well done.
Yeah, batting 1,000. Dylan Taylor's our Adam Dunn. Adam Dylan. That was terrible. That one was pretty. All right. So look, I figured, and I don't know if we're going against any copyright laws here, but I can't imagine we are.
With the yodeling?
But on our way out the door, I don't see why we don't go out with little Mary Schneider playing the yodeling hits, playing the classics, Volume 2, Mary Schneider. If you missed any of today's show, you can check it. Subscribe to the podcast. You can listen to us. You can watch it back on YouTube. Thank you all so much. Follow Korked. Follow at Sales Guy Jeff. Follow at Korked. And follow Mary Schneider.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey,
What is it? Do I say? What is it? Do I say?
it's not adios, but it's like that.
Mary just did it. Mary just said it. It's ahoy. Ahoy.
Ahoy.